Welcome to Canadian Driver Knowledge Test. Ace your driving test with our practice tests on Canadian driving rules and vehicle inspections. Whether you're preparing for Class 1, 2, 3, or 4, we've got you covered. Subscribe now and test your knowledge with our practice questions to drive confidently and pass with ease. Question 1. Is it permissible to fuel a school bus while its engine is running or while passengers are on board? A. Yes. B. No. C. Only if driving on fumes. D. When no other choice presents itself. The answer is B. No. Question 2. Are passengers permitted to stand on a school bus? A. No. B. Yes, but only those with special permission can do so. C. Not unless instructed to do so by the driver. D. Yes, provided all the seats are filled. The answer is A. No. Question 3. What additional type of mirror is required on cab-over or forward control type school buses, besides the regular outside rear-view mirrors? A. A second outside mirror. B. No other mirror is required. C. Another interior mirror. D. Convex mirror. The answer is D. Convex mirror. Question 4. What is the special permit required by some municipalities for all limousine and taxi drivers called? A. A butler's permit. B. A chauffeur's permit. C. A service permit. D. None of the above. The answer is B. A chauffeur's permis. Question 5. Who must ensure that the safety equipment is both available and in proper working order? A. The driver. B. The employer. C. The head of maintenance. D. Whoever last drove the vehicle. The answer is A. The driver. Question 6. Is it required to have working lights that illuminate the passenger aisle of a bus? A. None of the above. B. Not unless requested. C. Only at certain times of the year. D. Yes. The answer is D. Yes. Question 7. What should you do with your passengers if a crash or breakdown makes it impossible for you to continue driving? A. You can make that decision when the time comes. B. They wait with you until the problem is rectified. C. You must make immediate arrangements to have your passengers transported to their destination with as little delay as possible. D. They are on their own. The answer is C. You must make immediate arrangements to have your passengers transported to their destination with as little delay as possible. Question 8. When driving a bus, what is not a useful indicator for avoiding collisions with people or parked vehicles? A. Brake lights, backup lights, and turn signals. B. Front wheels turned out. C. A driver sitting behind the steering wheel. D. The hazard lights flashing. The answer is D. The hazard lights flashing. Question 9. Is it permissible for a person to board or leave a school bus from any side other than the right side? A. No. B. Not unless a problem arises. C. Yes, with special permission. D. If directed by the driver. The answer is A. No. Question 10. How frequently should the brakes on a school bus be tested? A. Weekly. B. Each day. C. Monthly. D. Only if a problem existed. The answer is B. Each day. Question 11. What is the maximum allowable width for a vehicle before an oversized load permit is needed? A. 2.8 meters. B. 2.4 meters. C. 2.6 meters. D. 3 meters. The answer is C. 2.6 meters. Question 12. When are overload permits typically issued? A. When the load exceeds 2,868 kilograms. B. When the load has to be extended onto a separate trailer. C. When loads can't be reduced or when a vehicle isn't licensed up to its allowable weight. D. None of the above. The answer is C. When loads can't be reduced or when a vehicle isn't licensed up to its allowable weight. Question 13. How often should you wash the floor of a school bus with a disinfectant solution? A. Monthly. B. After they have been dirty long enough. C. Daily. D. At least once a week. The answer is D. At least once a week. Question 14. When should you deactivate the flashing lights and retract the stop sign as a school bus driver? A. After waiting at least 15 seconds after your passengers are seated or across the road. B. After your passengers are safely in your vehicle or safely across the road. C. Once there is a gap in traffic. D. Once the passengers have entered the bus. The answer is B. After your passengers are safely in your vehicle or safely across the road. Question 15. What is the maximum allowable height for a commercial vehicle before requiring an oversized load permit? A. 3.85 meters. B. 3.95 meters. C. 4.75 meters. D. 4.15 meters. The answer is D. 4.15 meters. Question 16. Which types of vehicles are required to carry warning devices such as flags and flares? A. Passenger vehicles that have a seating capacity of more than 10 passengers. B. Passenger vehicles that have a seating capacity of up to 5 passengers. C. Passenger vehicles that have a seating capacity of up to 7 passengers. D. None of the above. The answer is A. Passenger vehicles that have a seating capacity of more than 10 passengers. Question 17. If a mechanical inspector or a peace officer determines that a school bus is unfit, what are the consequences? A. Drive carefully until it gets fixed. B. It must be reported within 72 hours. C. You have 48 hours to have the bus fixed. D. You can't operate that vehicle as a school bus until the defects has been fixed. The answer is D. You can't operate that vehicle as a school bus until the defects has been fixed. Question 18. What can occur at the rear of the bus before it leaves the curb? A. It follows the same path as the front of the bus. B. It could swing over the sidewalk, hitting someone or something. C. It runs parallel with the curb before pulling into the live lane. D. None of the above. The answer is B. It could swing over the sidewalk, hitting someone or something. Question 19. How far should other drivers be able to see your vehicle when you stop to let off passengers? A. A distance of at least 75 meters, 245 feet, in front and behind. B. A distance of at least 85 meters, 285 feet, in front and behind. C. A distance of at least 35 meters, 115 feet, in front and behind. D. A distance of at least 55 meters, 180 feet, in front and behind. The answer is B. A distance of at least 85 meters, 285 feet, in front and behind. Question 20. When are you required to report to a weigh scale if directed by signs, a police officer, or an authorized person? A. If you drive a commercial vehicle with a licensed gross vehicle weight of more than 5,500 kilograms. B. If you drive a commercial vehicle with a licensed gross vehicle weight of more than 3,500 kilograms. C. If you drive a commercial vehicle with a licensed gross vehicle weight of more than 4,500 kilograms. D. If you drive a commercial vehicle with a licensed gross vehicle weight of more than 2,500 kilograms. The answer is A. If you drive a commercial vehicle with a licensed gross vehicle weight of more than 5,500 kilograms. Question 21. Is it necessary to always carry your training certificate when transporting dangerous goods? A. Yes. B. No. C. Only if requested. D. Only if you are on probation. The answer is A. Yes. Question 23. What is a pilot car and why might it be required as a condition of an oversize or overload permit? A. A pilot car removes any debris from the road so the truck can make it through easily. B. A pilot car warns other drivers about the larger than normal vehicle they're about to encounter. C. A pilot car marks the route taken by the truck driver. D. A pilot car looks ahead to help the driver of the truck if there are issues up the road. The answer is B. A pilot car warns other drivers about the larger than normal vehicle they're about to encounter. Question 23. On cycle 1, what is the maximum number of on-duty hours a driver can complete before they are not allowed to drive? A. 70 on-duty hours in 7 days. B. 40 on-duty hours in 4 days. C. 50 on-duty hours in 5 days. D. 60 on-duty hours in 6 days. The answer is A. 70 on-duty hours in 7 days. Question 24. On cycle 2, what is the maximum number of on-duty hours a driver can complete before they must stop driving? A. 100 hours in 14 days. B. 120 hours in 14 days. C. 110 hours in 14 days. D. 90 hours in 10 days. The answer is B. 120 hours in 14 days. Question 25. Are post-trip inspections required as well? A. Yes. B. No. C. If requested by an inspector. D. Only if they are traveling more than 160 kilometers that day. The answer is A. Question 26. Do all commercial vehicles subject to the National Safety Code, NSC, need to be inspected before use each day? A. Yes. B. If requested by an inspector. C. Only if they are traveling more than 160 kilometers that day. D. No. The answer is A. Yes. Question 27. Why is it important to conduct pre-trip inspections in the same order each time? A. To avoid missing items. B. It's part of the NCS guidelines. C. The carrier requests this each time. D. None of the above. The answer is A. To avoid missing items. Question 28. Can a peace officer order you out of service for driving after surpassing the maximum allowable on-duty hours for your operating cycle? A. Yes. B. No. C. Only during cycle 2. D. Only in certain municipalities. The answer is A. Question 29. What is defined as on-duty time? A. The time you're driving the vehicle. B. The time when you begin your pre-trip inspection. C. The period when you begin work or when a carrier requires you to be ready to start work. D. None of the above. The answer is C. The period when you begin work or when a carrier requires you to be ready to start work. Question 30. When multiple drivers are sharing a vehicle during a trip, who is responsible for signing the trip inspection report? A. Both drivers. B. The driver with the most seniority. C. The newest driver, for experience purposes. D. Only one of the drivers, provided there is no disagreement. The answer is D. Only one of the drivers, provided there is no disagreement. Question 31. Why is it important to remove the keys from the ignition during a pre-trip inspection? A. To know where the keys are when you're ready to drive away. B. So no one tries to drive away while you're inspecting underneath it. C. To ensure the keys don't get locked inside the cab. D. None of the above. The answer is B. So no one tries to drive away while you're inspecting underneath it. Question 32. At what minimum thickness of drum brake linings might a peace officer place your vehicle out of service? A. Less than a quarter inch, 6.4 millimeters. B. Less than 1/8 inch, 3.2 millimeters. C. Less than half an inch, 12.7 millimeters. D. Less than 3/4 inch, 19 millimeters. The answer is A. Less than a quarter inch, 6.4 millimeters. Question 33. When are you required to submit your logbook and all supporting documents to your carrier? A. Within 20 days. B. Within 7 days. C. Within 14 days. D. Within 24 hours. The answer is A. Within 20 days. Question 34. At what point must all drivers take 24 consecutive hours off duty? A. Every 7 days. B. Every 14 days. C. Every 5 days. D. Every 10 days. The answer is B. Every 14. Question 35. If there's a disagreement over the defects that need to be reported, what is the next step? A. The vehicle is deemed out of service. B. They bring the matter up to the carrier before heading out on the road. C. All drivers must sign and indicate the nature of the disagreement. D. None of the above. The answer is C. All drivers must sign and indicate the nature of the disagreement. Question 36. You can reset cycle 2 by taking how many days off? A. 48 consecutive hours off. B. 72 consecutive hours off. C. 60 consecutive hours off. D. 56 consecutive hours off. The answer is B. 72 consecutive hours.